Hello, my name is George Penzenik, and I'm the Chief Technology Officer at G3 Agency, where we help businesses grow using online digital marketing tools and strategy. You had requested a complimentary website audit for Dump My Junk LLC. In this audit, we're going to review your website and show you how you can be found on Google, increase traffic to your website, and generate more leads for your business. This audit is going to focus on 4 areas. Number 1, on-page SEO. Number 2, usability or the end user experience. 3, social media and how well you are leveraging those channels. And finally, 4, getting found on Google. Today, modern websites are organized much like a book with a table of contents. The table of contents is structured around using header tags. The H1 tag is the highest level, going down to H6. One of the most common mistakes web developers make in using header tags is to use it to style the title and appearance on your page. A well-structured web page ranks better. Google can understand the information on your website better and return the results that are more relevant to users. The first issue that we found is that you have duplicate H1 tags that should be removed. The Google search engine will see that your page has more than one H1 tag, making it more difficult for Google to understand what subject the page covers. There should never be more than one H1 tag per page. In addition to text, Google also uses the images on your website to determine what your content is about and to return relevant results to end users who are searching. The first thing that we noticed is we took a look at the images on your website. We found that 38 images are missing the alt tag. Alt attributes are often overlooked and are a simple way to signal what an image is about in the Google search engine and helps in ranking an image in image searches as well. We want to take a look at the name of the actual image file itself. So if we do a right mouse click and do Save Image As, we can see that this particular image has a name which appears to be just a random string of numbers and letters. This does not provide any additional information as to what this particular image is about. A better name for this image would be something like Dump My Junk LLC Commercial Cleanup. Now let's talk about homepage content. We recommend 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on the homepage, and your site hits the mark there. However, the site has a very small font size for the text that it is displayed. Makes it very difficult to read. Another issue on your website is that your email address is in plain text. We recommend removing plain text email addresses and replacing them with an image or a contact form. Plain text email addresses are susceptible to scrapers and can be used by email spammers. We also took a look at how your website may appear to users on a mobile device, and your website is responsive. However, the buttons, or what are referred to as tap targets on mobile devices, are stacked too close together and are not large enough for users to be able to always correctly tap the right link. This is going to lead to confusion because a user may have wanted to call to make a schedule, and instead they go to the form that allows them to get their 24-hour instant quote. Taking a look at the area of your website that is referred to as being above the fold. It's an old newspaper term, and this refers to the first image and sections of your website that a user sees when they land. In the current version of your website, you have too much wasted real estate. You would be better off adding more text, more descriptions to allow users to understand what your website is about and to more quickly make a decision about using your service to remove their junk. And now I'd like to take a look at one of the interior pages. So we're going to go to Services and Junk Removal. Now, while you do have a large click to call to schedule an appointment and to book online, those call to actions are very good. However, the problem with the top of the rest of the content is I'm presented with a list of services. None of these services are clickable, which leaves me a little confused as to how I find out about these other services. We would recommend that you reorganize all of your interior pages so that if you display lists of services, that they are clickable and take the user to the appropriate internal page. Another issue that we notice with your services is that you're very inconsistent when you display lists of services. You should always attempt to display the same list of service in the same sort order so that users can more quickly find information on your website. Another technical issue that we noticed about your website is that as the user scrolls down the page, the header disappears, which removes the navigation to your website. This is confusing to end users and leaves them not sure where they can click on your web page to be able to navigate to information that they need. However, you do have a very handy Call Us Now button, which is a good call to action and is in a good location for users. However, its styling could use some improvement. We noticed that in the areas on your website that are the same color as the background of the button tends to disappear. This is even more noticeable on the home page of the website. And now let's take a look at social media channels and how well you're using them. Now you do have social media icons that are located in the footer of all of your web pages. However, we would recommend that if you're going to use social media icons, that they should follow the user, which means they should be part of the sticky header displayed at the top of the page so that a user can quickly navigate to their preferred social media channel. We looked at Facebook. It is connected to your website, but your engagement is very low, and you're not taking advantage of Facebook Pixels. Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that you place on your website and helps you to collect data to help you track conversions from Facebook ads. It helps you optimize ads and build better targeted ads for future audiences. Twitter is also connected to your website, but again, your engagement with Twitter is very low. You're not really fully leveraging this channel. You currently have LinkedIn on your website, and this appears to be your best social media channel. LinkedIn tends to be a service that is better for business-to-business contacts rather than business-to-consumer. So if you're trying to get more business from other business entities, LinkedIn is a fabulous social media channel to use. And then finally, we want to take a look at your YouTube. You do have a link to your YouTube. YouTube is an extremely important ranking signal to the Google search engine. Google tends to be a little narcissistic, and they reward you for the more Google properties that you have linked to your web page. However, you only have a single video on your YouTube channel, and it is not really optimized to provide information to anyone who may find it. We would definitely recommend that you post more frequently to your YouTube and make sure that those YouTube videos are optimized to help people find your website and convert them from leads into customers. Now let's take a look at getting found on Google. We're going to take a look at the keywords that your website currently ranks for. And I have this sorted by the volume of searches per month. You can see that you do rank for some of the very high search volume keywords. However, you're buried on page 6, and it's not very likely that anyone is going to scroll all the way to page 6, 7, or 8 in order to find your business. So now let's take a look at your keyword ranking sorted by position. We can see that you do rank number 1 for several keywords. However, the keywords that you rank number 1 for all tend to either be the URL of your website or some variation of your company name. If someone already knows the URL to your website, they don't need to do a Google search. If someone already knows the name of your company, then they're not going to do a Google search. So ranking number 1 for these keywords doesn't really do much to drive more traffic to your website, which brings in more leads. Now let's take a look at a heat map of the Tampa area. This type of a map shows the approximate location that users perform searches from. We searched for the two highest volume search words that you rank for, which are Bagster Pickup and Bagster Pickup Cost. You're not in the top 20, and therefore you are virtually invisible to anyone who is searching in their local area for these high volume keywords. And finally, let's take a look at your Google My Business listing. One of the things that you do have is you have 126 reviews, and all of them are 5 stars. That's an extremely impressive review number. However, there are a couple of problems with your replies to reviews. It's very important that when someone leaves you a review, that you reply to that review, if possible, within 48 hours of the view being posted. One of the things that we noticed is it appears that several of your reviews have taken up to 2 months to get responses to. Another issue with your Google My Business listing is that you do have an appointment link. However, it's a shortened bit.ly link. This bit.ly link only goes to your home page, and because it is a shortened link, it isn't clear to the end user that they're going to go somewhere where they can set an appointment. When you have a link like that, it should take someone directly to the page where they can schedule an appointment. So I want to thank you very much for your time today and taking the time out of your busy day to view this video. We'll be getting in touch with you shortly to discuss some possible options to improve the performance of your website, to help you get more leads for your business and drive more money straight to your bottom line. Again, this is George Penzenik with G3 Agency. I'm wishing you a great day. Thank you.